Hi everyone and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Rosana and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful looking pineapple upside down cake. It is buttery, soft, and most importantly, easy to make and looks so impressive. But before we get started, I want to invite you to subscribe, like this video, and click the notification bell. Let's get to work. Making this pineapple upside down cake is so rewarding because of how simple it is to make, and when flipped, it turns out fully decorated. To start, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Grab a 9 by 3 inch round baking pan and pour in 1/4 cup of melted unsalted butter. Swirl it around to create an even base of butter and make sure you get the sides as well to prevent the cake from sticking. Now sprinkle 1/2 cup of well-packed light brown sugar across the bottom and make sure it's evenly distributed. The light brown sugar has a caramel flavor which comes from molasses. It will complement the pineapple so well. When finished, set it to the side until we need it. It is now time to combine the dry ingredients. In a large mixing bowl, sift 2 1/3 cups of cake flour and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Also add in 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and I'm using kosher, no need to sift it. Now give it a little whisk and set aside. To continue, grab a separate medium bowl or measuring cup and combine all the room temperature wet ingredients, starting with 3 large eggs, 2/3 cup of whole milk, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, and whisk to combine. By the way, I love the Mexican vanilla extract I'm using. I will leave the link in the description area. When done, set to the side as well. Now in a large mixing bowl, add in 3/4 cup of unsalted room temperature butter and 1 1/4 cups of granulated white sugar. Cream with a paddle attachment on medium-high speed for about 5 minutes or until light and fluffy. Scrape the sides of the bowl as needed. 5 minutes are up and look at this, light and fluffy, just how we want it to be. Continue by adding the dry ingredients and 1/2 of the wet ingredients. Resume mixing, but start the mixer on low speed to prevent the flour from going everywhere. As soon as the flour has incorporated, continue mixing for 3 minutes on medium speed. Okay, scrape down the bowl and look at that consistency. It's only going to get better. Add in the remainder of the wet ingredients and once again, start the mixer on low speed. As soon as the mix has started to incorporate, increase the speed to medium and continue mixing for an additional 3 minutes. The batter is ready. It looks so gorgeous. Set to the side, we will need it shortly. Back to the baking pan, it's time to arrange this masterpiece. Drain the juice from canned round pineapple slices. Now lay the fruit across the bottom and standing along the sides of the pan. I'm doing 6 on the bottom and 5 standing. Now drain about 21 maraschino cherries and place them in the empty spaces. Arrange them as you wish. You definitely want to have one in the center of every pineapple slice. It's the perfect space for a beautiful cherry, don't you agree? Our next step consists of adding the batter. Yes, we've made it. I like to add it in with an ice cream scoop because it allows me to be more precise when it comes to evenly distributing the batter. Lastly, using a small offset spatula, even out the batter. We are trying to avoid a cake that is way too thick in the center and has thinner edges. Our target is to bake a cake that's as even as possible. When ready, place the cake in the center of the oven and allow it to bake for about 55 minutes to 1 hour and 5 minutes, or until a toothpick comes out clean when inserted in the center of the cake. At minute 55, the cake still needs to bake a bit longer. I'm simply going to place a sheet of aluminum foil to prevent the top from browning too much. Remove the cake from the oven and place it on a cooling rack. It looks done, but I'm going to insert a stick in the center and it comes out clean. Now we are sure it is done. Go ahead and let it cool down for 15 minutes. After the 15 minutes have passed, we are ready to flip. But first, insert a small spatula or a thin knife in between the cake and the pan. Glide all around the cake, staying close to the pan because we don't want the cake to suffer any damage. To flip, invert a heat-proof flat plate or cake stand on top of the pan. With 2 clean, dry kitchen towels, secure your grip on both sides of the cake, and once ready, flip with confidence. Take the time to center it and let it sit as is with the pan still over the cake for an additional 15 minutes. Okay, time's up. Remove the pan as it reveals the gorgeous dessert we just created. At this point, let it cool down completely before cutting into it. I know it's hard, but we need to wait. Okay, here's an important tip. When making the cake, make sure the milk, eggs, and butter are at room temperature for an even textured batter that combines beautifully. Cold ingredients do not incorporate well together and the results are not the best either. So please make sure the ingredients are at room temperature when asked for them to be. When no longer hot, you can actually decorate the top with whipped cream rosettes and a cherry on top, or simply cut a piece and enjoy as is. Okay, enough talking, let's taste. All right, it's the time we have been waiting for. We're gonna taste this. Oh my God, it looks so good and beautiful. And you saw how easy it was. Okay, let's do this. Wow. I'm excited. Oh my goodness, this is the perfect cake. It is soft, buttery, and fruity, and I'm super excited I got to share this recipe with you because it is one of my passions. I love baking, and now we can do it together. Oops. All right, I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. Don't forget that you can follow me on all of my social media platforms. Until the next one.